What is going on, my family? Your boy Demetrius is back with another classic video here. Here we are going to talk about something that is a little bit of surprise to a lot of people when it comes to Mortal Kombat 1. And what we're talking about is the Mortal Kombat 1 Definitive Edition that has just been announced when it comes to Mortal Kombat 1. And the reason why this is such a significance to a lot of people and when it comes to a lot of these fighting games, because everybody knows when a definitive edition is released, that usually means the end of the cycle for that game. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. It happened with Mortal Kombat 11, even though with Mortal Kombat 11, Netherrealm actually did come out and announce that they were going to stop supporting Mortal Kombat 11. And then, of course, we saw the definitive edition to Mortal Kombat 11, and that was all she wrote when it came to Mortal Kombat 11. We seen it when Tekken 7 had theirs. That was it for Tekken 7. So whenever you see these definitive edition, that usually means that's the end of the cycle for that fighting game, and the development team is basically ending active support for the game, which means that there's going to be no DLC characters, there's not going to be no add-ons or nothing like that. So this is probably just going to be it when it comes to Mortal Kombat 1. Maybe they may still do balance adjustments and stuff like that, may tweak characters up or something like that. They may still do that. But as far as DLC characters, DLC story that was rumored, no, a lot of people were like, you know, Mortal Kombat 1 might get a new story, even though I always thought that was a little bit of far-fetched. I was actually hoping for that, but I really don't think that's going to happen, because I kind of feel like when it comes to Mortal Kombat 1, it would have happened already. Netherrealms are probably #1 when it comes to giving us stories. They would have dished that out real quick, and it just never happened. So I don't think there's going to be another story DLC when it comes to Mortal Kombat 1. Like I said, definitive edition, this is more likely to be it right now with Mortal Kombat 1. Now, when it comes to me, I'm not surprised that this is happening right now when it comes to Mortal Kombat 1, but it is interesting that it is happening right now. The reason why I say that is because Mortal Kombat 1, to a certain extent, has been getting a little bit of a boost, a little bit of a trending boost. You know, people are been getting into it. People have been playing it more than what they were kind of like a year and a half ago. So Mortal Kombat 1 was getting a real good shot in the arm. And an honest fact, Mortal Kombat 1 was actually second in the lead with stream numbers behind Street Fighter 6. So Mortal Kombat 1 was actually being streamed more than Tekken 8. So that is a definite fact. I know about 2 weeks ago there was a post and it was showing Mortal Kombat 1 had about 7,000 to 8,000 active streamers. I think it was 7,000 active streamers, and you know, Tekken 8 only had like what, 3,000 or something like that. So people were really showing that they were streaming Mortal Kombat 1. And now you get this news of a definitive edition. A definitive edition practically means no more. Everything that the game has brought out up until this point is going to be in that edition, and I just kind of feel like that's going to be it. Now, is Netherrealm capable of pulling a 180 and giving us something special when it comes to Mortal Kombat 1? Yeah, Netherrealm is capable of it, but giving Netherrealm's history, track record, I seriously doubt it. When it comes to this, Netherrealm is just like a fucking oiled machine. They go by this playbook that they've been going by ever since Mortal Kombat 9, and I really don't see it changing. And what I'm talking about is that Netherrealm just has this derivative formula where, you know, they make a game, 2 years and some change, you know, they show support for the game, and then after that 2 years and some change, you know, they jump ship on the game. And that's what this is looking like right now when it comes to Mortal Kombat 1. It has roughly been 2 years since Mortal Kombat 1 was released, and now we're finally seeing Netherrealm finally jump ship. Like a lot of us, you know, if you follow Netherrealm, this was bound to happen sooner or later. So, like I said, you know, Netherrealm can shock us, but giving the track record, I don't think it's going to happen. Now, when it comes to my personal opinion about this whole thing with the definitive edition, I will go on record by saying this. You know, if what we're all thinking is true, that this is just the end for Mortal Kombat 1, like they have just literally stopped supporting the game as far as DLC or whatever, me personally, I think that's a good thing for Mortal Kombat 1. The reason why I think it's a good thing for Mortal Kombat 1, because number one, what what more could they have done when it comes to Mortal Kombat 1 as far as DLC characters? You got the cameo system, then you got the guest characters and all that. You know, you brought the T1000 in. Like, what's gonna top T1000? I really don't see nothing that can top T1000 except bringing in a real iconic classic character such as Unaga, making Striker playable or some stuff like that. That's the only way that I think that they can really top T1000. I don't think nothing can top T1000 right now. So if they try to bring another character out, you know, after T1000, man, it would be bad. It would be bad right now because T1000 is like, you know, at the top of the mountain right now. I mean, that was like peak. T1000 is like peak performance when it comes to Mortal Kombat 1. And so, you know, it's going to be hard to, you know, to dethrone T1000. So I just don't think it's going to happen. And like I said earlier, Mortal Kombat 1 is getting played. It's getting streamed. I kind of feel like, you know, if Netherrealm is going to stop the support for the game, maybe, like I said, still do some balancing here and there. I think that's going to help a lot of the players, you know, focus on that. Help a lot of these players just focus on the game. Don't focus on this whole DLC stuff and all of that. You know, just focus on playing the game. Because let's just be all the way real. Mortal Kombat has always been one of those games that we never really focused on what's going on the outside. It was just the game. We did what we did inside of the game, and that was it. So when it comes to Mortal Kombat 1, if they're going to stop support for the game, I actually think that's a good thing as far as Mortal Kombat 1 is concerned. I remember when it came to Mortal Kombat 11 and they came out and they actually said that they were going to stop support of Mortal Kombat 11. I actually thought that was a bad move because Mortal Kombat 11 still had some type of potential. You know, it really got fucked up towards the end. But if NetherRealm really would have just listened to us and brung a couple of more characters out, Mortal Kombat 11 would have been cool. But, you know, they decided to stop support for the game, and Mortal Kombat 11 just died off. And, you know, everybody knows the whole situation with Shiva and how she literally killed the game and all of that. So it was just unfortunate what happened to Mortal Kombat 11. But now in Mortal Kombat 1, I kind of feel like this is kind of a good thing. That, you know, if they're going to stop support for the game, this is kind of a good thing for Mortal Kombat 1. I kind of feel like it's a good thing so players can just focus on the game. You know, it's just been so much crazy shit going on. So much woke shit going on when it comes to Mortal Kombat 1, coming from here, coming from there. So by stopping support of the game, hopefully they'll put an end to that shit and players can just play the game. Y'all feel what I'm saying? I've also gone by record by saying when it comes to Mortal Kombat 1, you know, Mortal Kombat 1 is just not for me. You know, the cameo system and all of that, it's just not for me. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Mortal Kombat 1 is beautiful. If it did not have the cameo system, I would be playing the game like crazy. But that cameo system, it's just not for me. It's just, I don't know. It's just not for me. It doesn't register with me. Y'all feel what I'm saying? It just doesn't. But if they do end up stopping support for the game because of this definitive edition, I really do think that's a good thing because, like I said, with Mortal Kombat 1, people just need to just play and forget about all the woke shit and all that other stuff that's going on with the game. And one of the things about Mortal Kombat 1, it was almost like every week there was some type of rumor when it came to Mortal Kombat 1. A new combat pack, new story DLC. Oh, we're going to see Cassie Cage again. We're going to see this character again. We're going to see this character again. And you feel what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, every week there was just a rumor when it comes to Mortal Kombat 1. And it was like, you know, I kind of feel like people that are dedicated to Mortal Kombat 1 or whatever, that's a little bit of a distraction. But now with this edition right here, I kind of feel like that will kind of tell people like, look, ain't none of that coming. Just focus on the game and just play. Now, another thing that I do want to talk about is the cycle once again when it comes to Netherrealm Studios. Like I've already touched on it, Netherrealm has this derivative cycle where they will release the game, show support for about 2 years, and then jump ship on the game. A lot of people are saying that the reason that this is happening right now because they have already started work on the next game. There has been some talks that the head of DC has already met with Netherrealm Studios, so a lot of people are already thinking that the next game is probably going to be Injustice 3. Me personally, I hope it's not Injustice 3. And the reason that I don't want it to be Injustice 3, because even though NetherRealm is still going by the formula, they did switch it up a little bit. They gave us another Mortal Kombat game after Mortal Kombat 11. A lot of people kind of felt like, you know, it was kind of like they were working on Injustice 3, and then they kind of flipped it around and kind of made Mortal Kombat 1 on what they started with Injustice 3, which is fine. They may have done that, but they did kind of switch it up a little bit when they gave us another Mortal Kombat game after another. Y'all feel what I'm saying? I kind of feel like, you know what? If they're going to stop support, they should give us another Mortal Kombat game. There's already talks out there. You know, Ed Boon has already said he is considering bringing back an original trilogy pack. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't want to say too much about that, because I do have a video coming explaining that, because I do have a lot to say about that. So I don't want to say too much about that and then give y'all the same topic in two different videos like that. So y'all just going to have to wait on that. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff going on what the next possible game could be, because, you know, people are just thinking it's Injustice 3. I don't think so, and I hope not, because like I said, Ed Boon has already said that it may be a Mortal Kombat Classic pack or some stuff like that. So, you know, that is what I want. That is what I want. And people really got to ask yourselves, are people really that into the Injustice games anymore? Y'all feel what I'm saying? Like I said, every fighting game has their loyal fan base, but right now in this time, are people really wanting another Injustice game? I don't really think so. I think we want to see Mortal Kombat. We want to see classic Mortal Kombat. We want to see Mortal Kombat go back to its roots to a certain extent. Y'all feel what I'm saying? We miss the nostalgia. We know NetherRealm can do it. You know what I'm saying? This is what we want from Mortal Kombat. We want the nostalgia back. We want that classic techno music vibe back. We want that eeriness when it comes to Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying? You know, Mortal Kombat 1 tried to be too beautiful. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Mortal Kombat 1 tried to be too beautiful. Like, look, you know, the whole Adenia thing looked good, but look, that's not the basis of Mortal Kombat. When we play and watch Mortal Kombat, we want to see that eeriness. We want to see fallen souls on the ground while people are fighting and stuff like that. We don't want to see that beautiful Adenia stuff all the time when it comes to Mortal Kombat. NetherRealm needs to get back to that. They need to get back to that. And I kind of feel like, you know, if they working on another game, it should be another Mortal Kombat game. But the only thing about this is, you know, if it's going to be another Mortal Kombat game, only support the game for 2 years. Take fucking time on it. I don't care if it's 2 years that you got to work on it or 3. Learn from Virtua Fighter 6. Take fucking time on it. If it's another Mortal Kombat game, I hope it is another Mortal Kombat game. I do not want it to be Injustice 3. But as I said, when it comes to this, the whole definitive edition thing, you know, is it unfortunate? Yeah. It's unfortunate, but like I said, you know, these developers, they pull rabbit out of their asses, whether it's fucked up or a genius move. So we're just gonna have to see. But as of right now, I think this is the end of active support for Mortal Kombat 1. When it comes to Mortal Kombat 1, I kind of feel like it's a good thing. I kind of feel like people can just focus on the game, because the game is getting a buzz. Focus on the game. We just saw what happened in Brazil, so people are digging Mortal Kombat 1. People are digging it right now. It is a good game to watch. I do like watching Mortal Kombat 1, but as far as me playing it, I can't do it. So the game is getting buzz right now. So I don't think the game is going to get hurt because support is going to stop for it. Because right now, like I said, people are watching it. People are having fun with it. That you know, that Brazil event, that shit was fire. That shit was fire. I know everybody was talking about Evo Japan and, you know, what was going on with Tekken 8. But that event in Brazil was fire. People needed to start. I don't understand why people wasn't really talking about that on YouTube or nothing. That was a real good event. That really was, man. You know what I'm saying? If they have an event like that, man, I swear I would go to that over Evo Japan. Call me fucking crazy. I would go to that over Evo Japan. And then too, you know, my mother is Brazilian, so of course I would go to a Brazil event, you know, any day of the week. Y'all feel what I'm saying? But that Mortal Kombat 1 event that they had in Brazil, That shit was fire. I actually thought it was better than Evo Japan, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because Evo Japan didn't have, you know, all the people. We didn't see Arslan Ash. We didn't see a good deal of, you know, of other people either. Like I said, Mortal Kombat 1 is getting its buzz right now. And I kind of feel like, you know what? Now people don't got to worry about no woke shit, no rumors. Play the game, focus on the events, because these Mortal Kombat 1 events are lit, man. They really are. They are lit. People need to start admitting when Mortal Kombat 1, when these events come out, these motherfucking events are lit. They truly are. So, Mortal Kombat 1, I think is going to be okay. I think it's going to be okay. I kind of feel like with Mortal Kombat 1, the player base, the fan base, Mortal Kombat is so big, man. This is not going to, if they stop support for the game, it's not going to hinder Mortal Kombat 1 at all, man. Mortal Kombat is still the biggest fighting game in the world, despite the fact that it's banned in some areas of the world. It's still the biggest fighting game in the world. So this whole definitive edition, possibly ending the cycle for it, I don't think it's going to hurt Mortal Kombat 1 at all. Because like I said, the last event that it had was lit. People are streaming it. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, Mortal Kombat 1 going to be all right. But as far as this definitive edition is concerned, this probably is the message. You feel what I'm saying? That there probably is not going to be no more active support for Mortal Kombat 1. And like I said, I think that's okay. I think that's okay. Because right now, with Mortal Kombat 1, I think everything that's in the game right now, I think is good. Mortal Kombat 1 is probably going to be as complete as it's ever been. So adding another combat pack or adding Cassie Cage, like I've been seeing that all over the internet. People are really wanting Cassie Cage to come back. Why? Why do y'all want Cassie Cage to come back? Nobody wants Cassie Cage to come back. Ain't Janet Cage enough? Huh? What's wrong with Janet Cage? So Janet Cage is actually a funny character. I actually like her humor. You know what I'm saying? But she's a cameo. If she would have been playable, you know, that would have been something. Unlike Cyrax and Sector, Janet Cage was not really woke. You feel what I'm saying? Janet Cage was actually her own character. But that whole Cyrax and Sector female thing, that was crap. Mortal Kombat 1 is going to be fine, guys. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Like I said, it's got a buzz right now. I don't think it's going to slip anytime soon because of the events. The events are lit and stuff like that. So that's what I feel about the whole situation when it comes to this definitive edition with Mortal Kombat 1. You know, it could basically mean stop the support for the game. But if so, it's not going to hurt Mortal Kombat 1 at all. I think Mortal Kombat 1 is still going to go strong. And we're just going to have to see what the future holds for the game. And who knows? Like I said, Netherrealm just may do a 180 like these developers do and bring something else out. So we're just going to have to see what happens. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below about the Mortal Kombat 1 Definitive Edition. Do you think because of this edition coming out, is it the end of the cycle for Mortal Kombat 1? Or do you think, you know, maybe Netherrealm doing that to probably start another support chapter when it comes to Mortal Kombat 1? Put y'all thoughts and y'all feelings in the comment section below. We could definitely get a conversation started. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to your boy for the hottest real talk shit that y'all gonna see when it comes to fighting games on the internet, period. My name is Demetrius. I will get back at you in the next video. God bless. Stay safe. I am out. Peace.